swelling, headache or a rash, asthma, colitis, fatigue or gas. What will today's symptom be? My loopy life with lupus. Good morning, guys. It's Wednesday. Took me a second there. I'm half asleep still. It is Wednesday morning. It's 10 after 7. And at 10 o'clock today, I am going for my echo-cardiogram that I have done every year, just to monitor my regular heartbeat. I find it really annoying because the regular heartbeat is really well controlled with the medication, and I don't really experience any symptoms from it. So I really wish I didn't have to do this every year. But anyways, echocardiogram is just an ultrasound essentially of my heart. It's not too bad. Then from there, I'm going to get my Holter, which is the part I really hate. And that's just because the pads that they put on you, that they attach the wires to, I get really bad allergic skin reactions to them, and they seem to get worse every year, which would only stand to reason, because if I'm allergic to the things, then repeat exposure is clearly going to make that worse each time. And the last time I ended up with like these huge red itching welts. And when I removed the pads, they were like oozing blisters. And it took days for it to go away. So I'm going to attempt, I did some research on this, and apparently a lot of people are allergic to these things. And so I read online that there's alternatives. There's hypoallergenic pads, but apparently not all places carry those. So I'm going to be asking about those. Another thing that someone said that they just get something called an event monitor, and then it's just like something you wear on your wrist, and it's so much better because you don't have to worry, like, I don't know how to explain it, but just basically, like, you don't have to worry about stuff coming in contact with your skin that's going to give you blisters and welts and oozing sores. So I'm going to discuss this before they put anything on me, because it's really getting frustrating. And the doctor always orders a 48-hour Holter heart monitor, even though I keep telling them, please, I can only tolerate a 24 one. I can't go any longer than that because of the bad reactions I get. Like, these people don't listen. And so, again, it's supposed to be 48 hours. I did call in to say, please change it. I don't know if they did, so I'm going to see when I get there. But I've made the decision that I'm only wearing it for 24 hours regardless, because I just cannot take it. I mean, even after 24 hours, it's bad enough. But if you go for the whole 48 hours, I'm going to be a mess. Like, I'm going to have welts all over my body. So anyways, I got up now. I wish I could have slept in and just gone, because I don't actually have to leave until 8:45. But I got up so that I could shower, because you're supposed to shower before so that the areas are clean, and not to mention the fact that you can't shower while you're wearing the Holter. So off to have a shower, guys. Hey guys, so I am now at the Lawrence subway station. waiting for my bus to the hospital. So it says on the thing that the bus should be here in 4 minutes. So I hope so that I'm not late. But I think I should be okay.
Spadina, 506 Spadina, 506 Spadina, please call control.
Hey guys, so got the Holter on. I'll tell you about that in a second, but I just had to say that this has been a crazy day in terms of weather. Yesterday we had 11 degrees. It was beautiful. Snow was melting. You could see grass. The day before it was warm as well. Well, look what we have now. Look what we're dealing with now. Look at that. It is blowing. It has been snowing since I got up this morning. And it's been like this. I was going to film like me going to the hospital and stuff. But I couldn't because it was just too cold and I was just going from one bus to another. And then I had to go and take the subway and all this stuff. So made it to the hospital and got the Holter. Well, first I had the echo-cardiogram, which is the ultrasound of the heart. So I did that first. And, oops, sorry guys. Excuse me. So did that first. And then I went and got the Holter put on. So I was gonna do some filming while I was at the appointment, like just showing you guys like the room and where they have like the monitor and stuff. But I didn't think of it because it was kind of in a hurry, and the tech was waiting for me to get changed and whatever into that lovely gown. So did the echocardiogram, and he said from what he could tell, like everything was looking great with my heart, which was no big surprise. And he actually, I've never had a tech do this before, but just as I was getting ready to leave the room, he was like, oh, have you actually seen your heart before? And I'm like, no. So it was cool. He pulled up some of the ultrasound footage of my heart. So I got to see my heart with like the 4 chambers and everything like that. And he showed me what it was doing, and he said what it's doing, it's supposed to be doing. So that's a good thing, and everything's good. So, but we'll get like the official results from my doctor next week. So then I went and got the Holter, and this time I made sure to make a big deal about the reactions that I get to the Holter leads. I said to the woman, look, every time I get one of these Holters every year, it gets worse. I said the last time I had big, huge red welts that blistered and were oozing, and it was horrible. And I said, so that's why I had asked them to change it to a 24-hour Holter, but I guess they never did because she said it was a 48-hour Holter. So then I asked her, because I had read online that there's like hypoallergenic leads, but most places don't have them. So I asked, and she said, no, they don't have anything like that. But then she said, well, I think I could try something. She's like, let's try using the Holter leads that we use for babies. They're smaller and they don't have as much gel on them, and the gel that they do have is like a more gentler gel because, you know, like babies have very delicate skin, and so you need to be careful with it. So oh my gosh, a really big huge chunk of snow just fell off the roof and it scared me. I'm not looking forward to going back out there. So yeah, so she decided to try the infant Holter leads, and she said, now I can't guarantee that we'll get, you know, a reading from it, so we'll have to see if it's working once we hook it all up, and if it is, then great. And then what they usually do before they put the pads on is they take sandpaper and they rub it on your skin, and I think that's supposed to like rough up the skin to help the stuff stick better. So she said, no, we're not going to use so she says also we're not going to use the sandpaper, thank God, because that really hurts, and sometimes it actually, I think, scratches the skin and starts the irritation like almost immediately, because it sometimes, like, I think it can actually like scratch the skin or open it or whatever. And so she said we won't use that. She's like, we'll use what we use for babies, which is it's like a gel, and it has, like, you know when you buy a face scrub that has like that gritty stuff in it? So this is what it had. And so she just basically rubbed that on the spots where she was going to put the Holter leads, and then she put them on and hooked up everything. And sure enough, we got a reading. It was working. So she taped up everything with this lovely, as you can see, this lovely, sorry, let me just kind of see what I'm filming here in the mirror. Yeah, she put like the lovely paper tape. So I'm going to see how it goes. I'm hoping it's going to work a lot better. So I have 3 up here, and then I also have some, I'm sorry, you're gonna see my bra a little bit, but I have some like down here. And then this here, she was supposed to have had, like, she made like a little pouch and had wrapped it up and had taped it up here, but the tape didn't stick. It came unstuck. So I've tucked it in my pants because it was dragging down past my shirt. And then this is the actual monitor here. Sorry, I'm trying to film this. So this is like the actual monitor here. It's like a little pack. They're a lot smaller than when I used to get them. These things used to be a huge thing. And so there's like a little button. I don't know if you guys can see the little button there. So if I feel a symptom, I have to press the button, and then I have to write down on a paper what time that happened and what I was doing and like what kind of symptom. So yeah, so that's pretty much it so far. Fingers crossed, so far it has been okay. I haven't felt any stuff. Like, I mean, I'm feeling a little bit itchy here and there, but I think it's just from the tape pulling around it. But these itself have actually been okay. So I'm really happy about that. So yeah, so I guess that's it. After I got out of the doctor's, though, what an experience that was. Oh my goodness. So after I left, got on the bus to the subway, took the subway. I had to take 2 subways to get to the bus station. Anyways, so you'll get to see, I took a little footage to show you guys one of our subways. It's not one of the newer models of the subways that we have, but it was a subway. I just thought it would be cool for you guys to see. So when I got to the subway station close to where my mom works, I had just missed my bus, and it would be like a good 20-minute wait to get to the bus, or for the next bus to come. My mom's work isn't too far from the subway, so I just decided to walk it. And so I walked, and it's, as you can see, very snowy, very windy, very cold. I was soaked by the time I got there, even though I had my hood on. The thing is that my hood is like really big, and so half the time I can't see because it ends up covering my eyes. It was horrible. So got there, and I'm thinking as I'm walking up as I'm walking there, I'm thinking, how am I going to push Jeremy and his stroller all the way back to his house? Because it was just, the snow was like about this deep already on the sidewalks. And of course, people are at work, so no one's shoveled. And so yeah, I got his stroller all ready, got him ready to go, and realized that I had just missed the next bus, because I was thinking of at least taking the bus up like 2 stops to the closest street to his street, but we were just about to miss that bus, so I was like, we have to walk. So let me tell you, because I've been in pain lately, and anyone with lupus, and I mean, I was struggling, and usually it's like a 5 to 10 minute walk, but I swear it must have been at least a 20-minute walk, if not more. And the snow everywhere was like this deep, and it was so difficult to try and push it through. It was horrible. And I had to keep pausing to catch my breath. Like, I thought I was going to have a heart attack trying to push the stroller. I mean, we had to go like how many blocks? Like 1, 2, 3. I think it's like a good 4 blocks away. And it's just, it was awful. But anyways, we made it back. Soaking wet. Everything was soaking wet. I mean, he has a plastic cover on his stroller, so he was fine. He actually fell asleep because he didn't have his morning nap. And then he was very unhappy when we got back to the house because I had to take him out of the stroller, which woke him up. And then once he was awake, I couldn't, like, even though he looked tired, like he maybe could go back to sleep, I didn't feel right putting him down because he hadn't had lunch yet, and it was 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So I gave him his lunch, and I figured like right after lunch, maybe he would actually go down for a good nap, but he wasn't sleeping. He was like awake by that point, even though he hardly slept in the morning. So he finally just fell asleep at 3 o'clock, and he'll probably sleep until like 4:30, which is basically his usual afternoon nap. I was hoping he would get a longer one in just to give me a break, and also just for his sake, because he missed his morning nap. So, and really he only probably slept maybe, 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes on the stroller ride home, which wasn't a lot for him. So anyways, so that's what's going on. It is now 3:30. I'll be going home at 5, and I have no idea how long it's going to take me to get home because of this weather, so we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.